introduce, since we're such anime buffs and we all of us in the group love anime. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the three top moments that either gave us emotions of crying, excitement, made the hair stand up being in the back of your neck because that moment was just so epic to you.
Quite a few I could have used. It was a toss up. So many different anime moments that definitely gave me goosebumps. Things that I can never forget. But finally came up with third.
Yang Wolf's number one pick. These aren't in any particular order, right? We got three.
Yeah, we got three.
All
Yeah,
So
we got three. I can't put it in order. Don't make me do that.
basically, this anime has six. There's six main characters. They're all childhood best friends, and they always played a game. They were playing hide and seek, and one of the friends, I think it was a hill. She slipped down. She fell on the hill. She died. Then they all grew up, distanced themselves from each other. Friend who died, she came back, and she was a ghost. The main character, he was the only one that could see her. She wanted him to fulfill her wishes, and she wanted to be able to meet all the friends and get them back together. The scene I picked was the last episode, and this was the only anime that ever made me cry because the entire anime he was running around trying to get all of the friends to believe that he could see her, and everyone thought he was just crazy. Then at the last episode, because he got them to believe, so they played her last wish was for them to play together. So they played their last game of hide and seek. At the very end, she was sitting on the tree disappearing. Her request was fulfilled. She was disappearing.
What's the name of this anime?
And Ano Hana. She wrote 5 notes and she put a personal message in each note for them. And then as they were crying and telling her goodbye, they were yelling out, "We found you, Mama, we found you." All of a sudden, they all could see her and she was disappearing.
Oh, this was definitely meant to get you to cry.
Bro, well, I tell you, grown man tears. Grown man tears. I
Oh.
watched this in my apartment by myself. Closed doors. I'm telling you, man. If you watch the entire anime and saw everything they all went through,
Yeah.
and how scarred she left every last one of them when she died. This shit is crazy.
Ross, you want to go next?
You're next, Ross. I'll make sure if we do get people to comment, y'all tell us what was your greatest moment.
Yes, please.
Man.
Please leave it below.
I'm just gonna
So-
start off pretty simple. What isn't even
Just-
arguable.
Go ahead, do it. We already know. We already know what
What
it is.
is it? What is it?
It's Naruto versus Pain. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. When I say Naruto versus Pain, I do need to be a little more specific. To me, it's not necessarily about the fight, it's what the fight means. Pain shows up to the village, destroys the Leaf
Entirely.
village in one fucking attack. He almighty pushed the shit out of the village and destroyed it. Everybody's dying, begging for help. Naruto appears.
Oh,
the kid
shit.
that they thought wasn't shit. He shows up, whoops ass. I mean, beats him bad enough to where the guy was like, all right, I guess I'll bring everybody back to life. And he got to do it in front of the entire village. Naruto versus Pain happens in what, Shippuden? You realize how long it took for Naruto to actually get some shine? How long it took for them to actually respect the kid for what he was? I guess this kid actually is the greatest. Naruto got to be recognized by the entire village, and that's what made Naruto versus Pain everything to me. He was the village clown until he destroyed Pain and saved the Hidden Leaf. The animation changed entirely for this fight.
It doesn't even look like Naruto.
Yeah, like really like a different like action director. Do you think that this was a satisfying rage mode for Naruto?
He had a few before this. He had a few moments where he went berserk and raged out, but this one, he doesn't rage like this ever again. Now, I'm not saying that that's number one for me. I know what my number one moment is.
It's my turn.
What anime it's from? It is
Yes.
your turn, sir.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and enter with Deku versus Todoroki. As I'm not even a big My Hero Academia fan. I had watched anime for a very large part of my life. And I watched some My Hero Academia, I get hooked a little bit, I binge watch it, I get to Deku versus Todoroki. When I get to the fight and I see the shit that they're doing with Todoroki and his firewall that he's throwing out and all the action directing that new modern anime has brought to the table, it blew my mind. This was before I saw Demon Slayer. So this was like the top tier animation that I had seen for so long, to where I had watched it, I stood up and almost teared from excitement watching it. And this also solidified when I liked Deku. Up until this point, he was like Tanjiro, he was a crybaby, he didn't do shit. This was the first time he decided, I'm just gonna go attack and go into the face of danger with a smile on my face.
I don't know why you had to bring
And
him up
him
in this. He
to
was not a he
Go.
was
he
not a
wasn't a
crybaby.
crybaby. I
Uh,
don't know where you keep getting this
all right,
from or
go.
what
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
No. This was supposed to be one of my choices too.
both of you were gonna pick
Every
this?
time, every time I
Yeah.
I
watch the
liked it.
scene,
He
It
told me
didn't
he
stick out to me.
never used his fireside error. His dad, well, he saw his dad as
I
abusive,
remember watching it.
abused his mother. He just, for him to solo his pride and use it, it was just
and
a
the
great moment.
the ice wall approaching Deku, and then Deku just smiling and launching himself towards it all. This
He's like,
animation of him melting all the ice
I'm looking at
instantly.
it.
look at this shit. Like, bro,
was
and the
nice.
teachers knew how devastating this was about to be.
For that to be like one of the first episodes of My Hero Academia, that's like episode 3.
And they had to start out with a bang.
It's a
I
banger.
think it was dope. It didn't stick out to me as much as it did to you guys, but I think it was a really good animation. The
All
whole
right.
show itself was very
Todoroki is
good.
my favorite character in My Hero. It is time for my number 2. Everyone knows I'm Team Hinata. She's been the greatest female character I've ever known. Even though she doesn't have much scenes that really puts her on top, it's because of who she was and she stood by everything she said she was going to do. My favorite scene
You
is
got quick.
Hinata jumping in to try to save Naruto versus fucking Pain.
Pain.
Mind you, she got her ass whooped and she didn't do shit. What?
Hey, listen.
Because she even
Nobody else
tried
stepped in. You didn't see anybody else step in.
to suck her stupid ass.
I don't like Hinata. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Stop.
Stop,
Now.
bro. You literally.
I'm sorry.
You
Oh.
could have saved that. Shut up.
Yeah.
What is there not to like? She's
I was-
Hinata.
She
I-
went in to die for
I-
the guy she
Her
loved.
abilities are dope anyway. It's the same as Neji's. She
I
has
have-
one of the greatest abilities there is. She actually fights hard. She's dope.
I genuinely have never looked at Hinata with any type of value in my entire life. Like, if
What?
sometimes I'm not even gonna lie to you. Sometimes
Yo, to be honest with you, because of what she just did here, she saved everyone. Because
Sometimes-
that whole rage we was talking about that Naruto went into was
Naruto
because
just beat Pain without- Yeah.
Hinata died. Naruto would have never gone into his rage if they just didn't happen to Hinata.
You gotta cut it out.
sometimes I forget that Hinata is part of Naruto.
Now
Nah,
you're
stop
fucking
it.
playing.
Now you playing.
I'm not playing.
Hinata
Just
is
stop.
wife.
Like, if they
to-
decided to kill her off or like took her out of the show, I'd be like, oh, dang.
What?
What do you mean? Pay attention. Are you watching the video right now? Look at how important she is.
Could they not have had pretty much any other main character do
No,
this scene
no.
and have
No,
Naruto
but she's
still
been
go
so-
crazy?
He's been so much behind Naruto, his shadow. She
Yeah, she's
adopted
in every
his ninja.
episode.
She adopted his ninja way and never given up. No one has ever done. No one else. She's the only one who saw Naruto for who he was from since he was a child. She was the only one who did not treat him different.
This is too much. Did you hear her quote Naruto, sir?
Mhm.
Her ninja ways.
Oh my god, I want to cry.
You got your number
Ooh,
2,
yes.
sir.
That was too much for me.
Thunder Gun number 2.
Let's go ahead and get this out the way. No shame in it. This is easily ranked number 1 for me. Small moment. I don't care what anybody says. This is my top. It stands out to me every time we mention best anime moment. One Piece. Monkey D. Luffy punching the Celestial Dragon. Oh my god.
I've never
It
seen
is the
it, so-
greatest.
Okay,
You've never
link
seen it?
link in the video,
You actually
sir.
never seen it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay.
Corp, what do you picture in your mind when you hear Celestial Dragon? As somebody who doesn't watch One Piece.
A celestial dragon.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm expecting.
I know, but
Oh,
Rob.
I'm expecting. I've never seen it, so this is my first impression of you telling me
Yep.
a celestial dragon.
Celestial
Okay,
Dragon.
I
so-
picture a fucking dragon floating up the sky the size of fucking Shenron on the
Mhm,
Dragon Ball Z
mhm.
with fucking
Uh-huh.
planets
Well,
floating around.
well,
it,
you're
looking
close. You're close.
No,
like a beast.
All right,
Like
so
that's
stop.
what I expect.
Okay, so let me.
I expect his whole body to look like a fucking interstellar warp hole space and him shooting black holes at
Okay,
you.
so can
That's
I
what I
explain-
think of when I say a celestial
Okay.
dragon.
Well, then you're wrong, because that's not it at all. A celestial dragon is just a high member of society, the highest. They're like
Sir,
kings.
link that
I swear.
video.
If he looks stupid, I'm going to
looks-
be upset.
He looks very stupid.
Link the
He looks
video,
like a
sir.
fucking goofball. He's an old. He's like
Link
he's
the
not
video.
supposed to be touched by anybody. They can do whatever they want. in the One Piece universe. They are allowed to literally just walk the street and kill people if they feel like it and keep going. They are untouched. You're not supposed to touch them. Anybody who touches them dies immediately. If you look at them the wrong way, you can get killed. Luffy, however, doesn't give a fuck.
Why it's hard for me to watch One Piece. I hate their art style.
Well,
That
there-
is not the celestial.
Oh, that changes all the time.
Is that the celestial dragon?
That's the Celestial Dragon.
What a waste of fucking time.
Hey,
Anyone could punch this guy. What Luffy
Yeah.
punches?
nobody touches him.
I-
Look, pay attention really quick. I'm trying to explain it as the video's happening. The ones who are trying to become pirate kings are all in this same theater with Luffy. So these are badasses in here. Top-ranking pirates. High bounties and all.
It's called
And
the
all
celestial
of them are,
dragon.
yes, all of them are saying, hey, Luffy, stop being stupid. You can't touch that guy. But what are you doing? Sit your ass down. They're all saying, calm down. We can't fuck with him. Luffy, however, clearly doesn't give a fuck.
Damn, I love the
He
first
didn't even
bullet.
dodge the first
The
bullet.
first bullet he missed. He knew he missed. He didn't even dodge.
What? Go there.
That punch brought it back to manga. Like holy shit.
Animation. Good
Okay, that
God.
animation was sick. I give it that. That was sick.
The backstory and everything about that punch is what makes it easily number one for me. Because of that single punch he did, he was separated from his crew for 2 years. They get damn near killed off immediately after
Yep.
that. They're hunted,
That-
separated from the crew for 2 years because he punched that guy.
That's the
Punching
big time
Celestial
skip.
Dragon is huge. Yeah, there's a huge time skip where he's not even with his crew for like 2 seasons.
So Luffy, because of his ego and punches this guy, causes people in his crew to die,
Yes,
and we're
like,
happy
if-
about this.
Let me. Yeah, I mean,
That's the worst leader on the planet of leadership. Like I wouldn't even follow
Yo,
Luffy around.
he
Like,
wouldn't be Luffy if he didn't punch that guy. You can't do that in front of Luffy and think you're gonna get away with it. You're
that's-
not gonna mess with his people or anybody he fuck with and think you can just walk off and do what you want to do. He don't care about your rank. He doesn't
Yep.
care who you are. None of that shit matters. You mess with somebody I fuck with, so I have to get you back. He punched that dude and didn't think twice. And because of that, his crew was separated for 2 years. It was insane. Because this part made me cry. I'm not even gonna lie. It hurt watching this.
For my number 2, Right Warzone, Kid Lightning. Number 2, top anime. I'm entering Levi escaping Kenny squad in Attack on Titan.
oh yes.
In my mind, okay, as Kid Lightning, right? When I'm playing games and shit, and I'm moving around, I'm breaking ankles, and I'm trying to escape like squads that are chasing me. This is literally the embodiment, the animation that encaptures that entire feeling of just being that dude. Being the dude who's so fucking slippery and so skilled and so aware of his surroundings that you're able to just escape the most skilled players, not bad players who can't catch you, but even good players that are just actually getting outplayed by you in every decision. Levi was so solidified as the top soldier because he was always the top at killing titans. When he fought other people for the first time, it really showed that he was just better than literally everyone. And the action directing and the choreography of him sliding through the alleyways, I love that. I love that he takes hits. You see him getting shot and like bleeding.
This anime actually used to annoy the fuck out of me.
Why?
It used
I
to give
didn't
me-
watch the second season, but
It used to give me anxiety. You're already stressing out about the Titans. You're stressing out about everything in this show. And then I remember seeing this and was like, what the fuck? Now I also got to worry about jackasses with cowboy hats on trying to kill the humans too. It actually annoyed me. This bothered me. This is part of the reason I stopped watching it. What the fuck is actually going on? You be fighting each other when you got giant Titans trying to eat your fucking heads off? I don't have time for this.
Humans will always fight each other, and they show that in stuff like The Walking Dead. It doesn't matter
it doesn't matter
what's happening. The humans will find a way to fight each other.
But this was, to me, this was excessive as fuck. Not only are y'all fighting each other, but you're fighting like the top assassin in the whole show. Like, this guy is what you need to kill the Titans. You're trying to kill him? Fuck that. If Levi died right here, Attack on Titan would end.
You've never seen this?
You
I've
didn't
never,
watch
I've,
Attack
never
on
reached,
Titan?
I've never reached this far in Attack on Titan.
Oh, God.
And Kenny had like a relationship with Levi prior to this, where like
Yeah, he met him
taught him as a
child,
kid.
and he helped train him a bit.
And this scene was also the first where they had to kill people. because they had only killed Titans at this point. So this is right here where Armin and Jean are struggling to actually kill this chick just because she's an enemy. Mikasa, on the other hand, doesn't have any hesitations towards killing people. You got your number 3, the finale.
Of course. Number 3, Fate Stay Night. And this is Unlimited Blade Works. And my scene is of one of the main characters, Emiya. He is one of the characters that has been, from the beginning of this show, he's portrayed pretty much as weak. Someone who is a nobody. They fight over something called the Holy Grail. Last person to stand with their summon gets the Holy Grail, and they get to make one wish. So in this, everyone thought Emiya was pretty much trash. No one really studied him because he didn't have a summon. Like, he didn't summon a great hero of the past. All the people who summon these great warriors, they don't really do fighting. Their warriors fight for them, and they just pretty much sit back and they're like a support. Like, Emiya can go toe to toe with these summons. So the last boss, Emiya goes in, fighting this fucking dude toe to toe and wins.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
When I tell you, the hair around my neck was standing when I watched this scene.
What anime is this again? Because oh my god,
This is some of the coolest animation I've
cut
ever
his
seen.
arm off.
That is
Think
Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works.
That is some of the greatest shit I've ever seen.
You got fucking wrecked.
That is my third. Fate Stay Night.
Okay, Ross.
If you want fight scenes that always look like that, every time you watch it, anime, Fate Stay.
I want you guys to watch this clip and feel what I felt when I first saw it. Number 3, One Piece yet again.
Oh Lord.
And it's when Luffy, Law, and Kid all finally make it to the top to reach Kaido and Big Mom to start the greatest battle One Piece has seen. Big Mom and Kaido are standing side by side, and behind them is Luffy's friends who were defeated trying to fight Kaido. And Luffy literally walks in between 2 of the top 7 warlords and ignores the fuck out of them and walks to his friends and then turns around and tells them that he's still gonna be king of the pirates. And then he
Okay.
punches Kaido in the fucking face. It all happens in this little 4-minute clip, but it's so good. I did tear up a little bit watching this. It is the greatest anime of all time. Let me know what you guys.
Another one, please, clip, guys. I actually love this episode.
Bro,
The animation was fire. And just the way he was walking up to, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Luffy, all right.
They're ready to kill him, talking trash. He don't care. Luffy saves them right here. Of course, because he's fucking Luffy.
I like that Luffy gives him an order, and
Yes,
mind you,
which-
he's not under Luffy. He's another candidate for Pirate King, another leader of another crew. But Luffy
Yeah.
says, "Hey, like, do this," and the dude's just like, he does it like instantly.
Hey, listen,
He does.
the best part about it is 2 episodes later, the dude brings it up. It was like, I'm still pissed at you for telling me to move them to a lower level. I was gonna do it anyway. I don't follow your fucking orders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the man who's gonna whoop your ass.
I got a little goosebumps. I got a little goosebumps from that.
It's time for Right War Zones. Kid Lightning's final third and final episode entry.
ED Luffy. Oh my god.
I-
Sorry, go ahead.
I have been talking a lot about Tanjiro killing the Spider Kid,
Yes, you have.
but that's not my fucking entry. My entry
Okay.
is Tengen fighting Gyutaro.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
Really?
This fight.
This
Down for it, Demon
fight.
Slayer.
3,
was-
2, 1. Click this shit.
Okay.
This fight obviously took animation budgets to the fucking limit. Took it to the brink. They decided, all right, we're gonna literally do everything in
way,
our power to
Favorite
make.
character in Demon Slayer?
We're gonna do everything in our power to make sure the viewer goes through epileptic seizures before the end of the fucking fight. They want to make sure that you understand that Tanjiro is not the main character anymore. This is Tengen's show. Okay, it's done.
Right through the jaw.
Right through the jaw. What a satisfying ending. The second part of the anime discussion. Well, mine is Medusa from Soul Eater.
Oh, yeah.
Mine is.
Good choice.
It was.
Alright.
If it wasn't her, it was gonna be the butterfly chick from Demon Slayer.
My choice is Maki Zenin. If you don't know who Maki Zenin is,
I
that
don't.
is the girl from Jujutsu no Kaisen who uses the curse weapons, who has no curse energy,
That
but she uses her glasses to help her see
that is
curse.
a great pick.
I'm telling you, Maki, that's her. She's
I I don't know if I have like a clip of her. I really just want to get a clip of her saying, she'll do anything for Yuki. Future Diary was put on to me by Kid Lightning. I
you
think the
watched all
ending
of
was,
Future Diary.
yeah, we did. I think it was a good anime. Mainly, if anything, only because is perfect. Perfect.
Wait,
When
so wait,
she
is that your choice?
absolutely
Because
the bitch was willing
she
to
carried the
die for
show.
this man.
She carried the show.
She won all his fights. He didn't win shit.
Pick
She won
one,
all his
bench one, cut
fights. He
one
didn't.
from the anime big three,
I
which
have
is One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach.
I'm gonna have to pick One Piece and
Don't sound so disappointed.
to preserve the history and the actual flow of time. I think I'd have to bench Naruto to keep it in existence.
So is the greatest anime all time space history.
Arguably, it is one of them.
I
If
don't
matter of fact,
think
I'm not even mad at you saying that. That's
Mind
perfectly
you,
fine. It's
three,
Naruto.
it's like known in the entire anime community
It
that is the
is.
big three because all three animes broke records that no other anime will be able to break in terms of sales with the mangas and production and every last
Mm,
part of it.
I mean,
No, both all three animes, Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach broke. So they're considered the big three
oh
that
yeah.
no other anime could topple over.
listen, I
You cut One Piece.
I
I
don't
cut fucking One
listen,
Piece.
I
I
wouldn't
dig the
say
grave.
Defend
I
Bleach.
go out. I go outside. I buy a shovel from Lowe's.
No.
I dig in my backyard. I put it in a fucking shoebox and I
defend
bury it.
defend Bleach right now. Tell me how
Bleach,
Bleach outlives
Ichigo,
One Piece.
Bleach,
Mic off.
Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bleach. Well, I don't love Bleach,
Mic on.
but I prefer Bleach than
Corp.
One Piece.
I think that
Ichigo is that. Can I say the N word?
I
He's that
think
N word. All
I
right.
think that you are
He's
picking
not better
Bleach.
than Luffy.
Are you
Yes, he is.
Corp? Look into my eyes, please.
What?
Look into my eyes. Are you not mostly picking Bleach just to hurt Ross right now?
He's
No. I
definitely trying
actually,
to.
I
He's
would
trying
actually
to
no.
break my spirit.
Are
No. I promise you.
are you
If
picking
someone,
Bleach for
no,
content?
I'm not. I'm not. If someone right now puts Bleach and One Piece in front of me, I will watch Bleach over One
Okay, hold on. But you're
Piece.
telling me, even after the new stuff that you've kind of seen, when Ross was showing us the new animation stuff, you tell me if you've watched that, you probably
No,
like. I'm
listen,
not into
listen.
One Piece, but when I watch those newer scenes, I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty
Okay,
ridiculous.
I think you figured this out about. I am the type of person where you can show me awesome clips from an anime, and I'll give it its respect because of those clips. And I'm the type of person I love in depth, like background of who that character is. So when I found about Luffy and his fruit, and technically he was like what the sun god or something like that. Well, like those background stuff made me be like, oh shit, that's pretty fucking dope. I ain't gonna lie, because of Ross and my best friend, I started watching clips from One Piece, and that whole scene with Kaido and all that is. Don't get me wrong, that is top tier badassery. But I'm
Yes, it
talking
is.
about
Yes, it
in
is.
a whole of One Piece. I will never be able to sit down there and
Neither.
watch that show because
But
I just
So hear me.
the animation. I just don't like how the characters look. I don't like when I watch an anime. I don't want to see that. Like
Hear me out.
it looks too childish.
You
It looks
just said by watching a few of the clips you've seen, you
yes.
understand how great the show is. Understand
No,
that
I didn't say how
there's a.
great. I never said how great the
You
show is.
didn't.
I
You said
said
that it
I
looks
can give it
nice.
its. I can
You
give it
can give
its
it its
respect.
credit.
I can give it its
Now hear
credit.
me
Yes.
out. The reason those clips you saw are so good to me is because I've seen the backstory growing up. There's a build up to how great this came out
Yes.
now.
It's a
I
build up
got to
of
see
a
the
thousand
build up to
episodes.
this shit. You're correct.
Of a
So
thousand
it's even
episodes.
better for me
I
because I
mean,
got to see
I
all of the
think
build up to it.
if you put out a thousand episodes of anime, at some point you get it right in between or at
You
the
can't
ending.
I think you
So
can't put out 1,000 episodes of an anime if the shit wasn't good to begin with.
that's a lie.
How many episodes
You
does
can't
Bleach
put out
have?
1,000 episodes of trash.
What you mean? What you mean? You think Dragon Ball Z's trash? They put out 800 and something episodes. They're damn near going on 1,000. So
I never
I'll be a
even
hypocrite
said.
right now. Let me hear you be
Hey,
a hypocrite.
I
Let
hey,
me
never
hear you.
said that I
hey,
think Dragon Ball Z is trash. I said I think their fight scenes are corny.
hey! Bleach has 366 episodes.
I don't care. I would rather
I'm just
watch
saying.
that.
I'm just putting that out.
That's the major point why I would watch Bleach over One Piece. I'm not watching 1,000
It,
episodes. Your top three is the same pick, right? Just pick.
I would start Naruto,
no, you
and I
wouldn't
would bench
stop. Why you just
One
say it?
Piece,
Is it just because I
and I
said
would
the
go
other?
Bleach.
Is it just because I said the other way?
No, it's simply because there's, like you said, it's a shit ton of episodes to watch. And if you're gonna start on One Piece, I can't see somebody starting One Piece right now and then keeping up with it. The animation for One Piece starts off sloppier than I've
Well,
ever seen.
You know
And
what?
I fell into it long ago before we have the animes of today.
In Ross's defense, my best friend, who's also a One Piece fanatic, he would say the same thing. And I notice a lot of people who watch One Piece will tell you like it's the greatest anime in existence.
at the end,
Yes, that's the second episode of the Young Wolf Anime Discussions, baby.
yes.
Corner,
So,
I mean,
Yang was corner.
and
Gang
Yes.
Wolf's
Anime
Anime
Corner.
Corner.